Hi, welcome to Words of Torah. I'm Rabbi Johanna Hershenson. This week we are exploring the fourth book of the 5 books of Torah. In English, the book of Numbers. In Hebrew, Bmidbar, a book that brings us into the wilderness. And the first thing we do as we open up this portion called Bmidbar in the wilderness is we take a census of all the Israelite men of fighting age, and we tally those numbers according to each tribe as we assess how we will move through the wilderness en route to the promised land. And of course, these men of fighting age will be supporting and protecting everybody else. And we have to know how many we have, right, to support those who might be more vulnerable and in need of protection. When we study this portion, it feels sometimes very far away, difficult to connect, because we don't really, maybe unless we're looking at Jewish diversity, really think about an accounting for all the sects, S-E-C-T-S, and groups of Jews who are. I'd like to take a different path this year as we look at, sort of putting everybody in their box. This idea of taking a census, knowing what it is you have, leads us to one of the great teachings of Mussar rabbis, and that is the teaching that is called Cedar, order. And we're familiar with the word from our Passover Cedar, right? A meal that is ordered. The courses are ordered. We taste we taste wine, we taste spring greens dipped in salt water, we taste matzah and maror and charoset, and then we go to the gefilte fish and chicken soup with matzah balls while we're waiting for Seder, for the meal, right? And then the meal, it's an order. There are courses, and there's part of the activity, the theme of the Haggadah, of the story that we tell, goes with each course of the meal. Hence, the meal is called a Seder, an ordered experience. Well, what is the role of order in our lives? And one of the great teachers of Mussar, Rabbi Wolbe, shares with us a teaching that certainly comes before his time. It's ascribed to Rabbi Simcha Zissel Broidy, but he is maybe not as important as his words. So let's hear his words. A person is like a strand of precious pearls with many natural abilities. Intellect, midot, character traits, and exalted qualities, right? So the pearls on the strand are all of the facets that make us us, right? Our temperament, our character traits that, we present well, compassion for other people, maybe our talents are pearls, right? Order, Seder, is like the clasp that holds the strand of pearls together. Without order, all of a person's exalted qualities will be wasted and the person will be left empty, right? Without the clasp that holds all of the pearls onto the strand, right, we can't embrace the beauty of each of those facets, of each of those pearls that makes up the necklace, right? Order is like the clasp that holds the pearls, the facets of what make us who we are, together into a single strand that can be recognized and appreciated for its beauty. The Israelites are but what, right? The wholeness, the sum of all of the parts, of all of the individuals being counted in the census. Why count them if you can't hold them all together into a single strand and share their beauty, the beauty of the sum, which is greater than the parts? order in our lives enables our most precious talents and gifts to be contained in space and time so they can be recognized and appreciated. How does order play a role in your life? I look forward to studying words of Torah with you next week.